Namaste, mera dosto, Elizabeth Thakur here, joining you today to talk about Hindu and Sikh women being converted forcefully in Pakistan. This is a very difficult topic to discuss because minorities have benefits and are very much privileged in India. What the definition of minority is does not mean the second largest population in India, which is growing rapidly. The Minority Commission is a scam. On the other hand, Pakistan is a different story entirely, where minorities have no rights and even children are stripped from their rights to even be children. Pakistan will soon have no actual minorities at all. Anyone can search that from Google, that in 75 years, Hindus have gone from 13% to 1%. It does not take rocket science to understand these numbers. We already saw the news last week about UK sanctions against Pakistan cleric Mian Mitu for forced conversion of Hindu girls in the Sindh province. So India should take strict action against those trying to convert Hindu women and children. We need to stop this radical jihad. I will tell you about an incident that happened to one of my friends who had a bad experience in Pakistan as she was working for the American embassy. That news is not on social media and will never be published. So regardless of what people think, this is not one-sided. Pakistan is total hell for non-Muslims. They kidnap kids and make it seem like they willfully left their homes and converted. Who would believe they would trade their family for a life of slavery as a kid? They also proudly show like trophies all of the women they convert, which is completely disgusting. So let's take a look at what is happening, because we cannot invalidate people's experiences by saying this is all some fake Islamophobia.
Each year, hundreds of Hindu girls in Pakistan are allegedly forced to convert. They are quickly married off to Muslim men, and ties to their families are cut. RFERL questions the clerics behind the conversions that human rights groups say are often coerced. And we look at why Pakistani lawmakers haven't protected minors and ensured that religious conversions are not forced.
There's no clarity. It shouldn't be an informal group of clerics, for instance, doing this. It should be the state doing this.
The Dargah Barchundi Sharif Religious Seminary in Pakistan's Sindh province is one of three major hubs for converting religious minorities to Islam. It was here that a Hindu girl, Simran Kumari, was found after disappearing from her aunt's house on August 17, 2020.
थाने पे पहुंचा भी नहीं हूं कि उसकी कॉल आई है कि आपकी लड़की हमारे यहाँ है, वो कहती है कि मैं इस्लाम कबूल करना चाहती हूं.
Simran's brother, Sunny Kumar, is still trying to make sense of it all. He believes his sister, who he says suffers from psychological problems and impaired vision, was abducted and forced to convert. He says she was just 17 years old.
That's so young.
Simran's family took this video when they were permitted to see her, but they could not meet her privately, and she was guarded by seminary officials.
हम उसको समझाएंगे हमारे साथ रहकर तो देखे वो उधर हम गए थे वो फुल प्रेशर में थी, डर रही थी. अभी आप उसकी वीडियो देखें और वो लोग उसको इशारे दे रहे थे.
When the family returned home, they received a video message. Simran had a new Islamic name, Aisha, and a Muslim husband.
देखो ना, हमें जो हम वापसी आ गए थे, फिर 1-2 घंटों के बाद उन्होंने वीडियो शो कर दी कि ये मुसलमान हो गई है, इसका निकाह भी हो गया है 2 घंटों में.
अपने वर्षा के लिए, अपने पिछड़ों के लिए आप क्या पैगाम देना चाहती हैं?
मैं उन्हें ये कहना चाहती हूँ मुझे तंग ना करें, मैं इनके साथ खुश रहना चाहती हूँ, मुझे खुश रहने दें.
The next morning, a judge issued a court order protecting Simran from her Hindu family, legally blocking them from getting her back. Police refused to investigate the case. Only 10 days earlier, there was laughter as Simran gave her brothers customary friendship bracelets, or
She looked
rakis.
so happy then.
But within a day,
She looks
she
like
was
a
gone.
robot now.
असां देर जो कयूं असां पंहिंजी वठी चूं न असां वयूं छो हुन सां असां पंहिंजी वठी चूं न असां वही करे छड़ो ईअं मोटी चूं था ईअं असांखे ॾिसण सूर आहे अथो असां पंहिंजी धीउ ॾकनि सां ॾिसूं
The family was powerless.
बस ऐसे समझो ज़मीन फट जाए हम उधर चले जाएं। आप यकीन नहीं करोगे, बस हम जहर लेने पे तुले थे।
The dizzying speed of Simran's disappearance, conversion, and marriage follows a disturbing pattern, according to Pakistani human rights groups. Reports estimate as many as 1,000 girls and young women are forcibly converted each year, mostly from the country's Hindu minority.
They tend to be from very lower economic backgrounds. In most cases, they don't have the resources or the means to sort of fight back or to resist these attempts on their women, on their daughters, on their children.
Of Pakistan's 220 million people, Hindus account for about 2% of the population, or 4.5 million, according to government figures. Hindu community leaders say the number is more like 8 million. Most live in Sindh province, once known as the country's religious melting pot. Simran's family home is in the city of Mirpur Matelo, in Sindh's northern Gotki district. After accepting Islam at the Dargah Barchundi Sharif Seminary in nearby Derki, fresh converts are often taken to neighboring Punjab province, where the legal age for marriage is 16
Oh
years
my
old
God.
instead of 18 in Sindh.
That's awful. That's still a child.
Mian Muhammad Javed was the cleric behind Simran's conversion. He says she was 21 years old and denies she was pressured. He claims to have personally converted more than 100 people to Islam
Yeah,
since
she did not look like
2015,
21 years old.
and rejects
She looked like
any
a kid.
allegation his converts were threatened or abducted.
लेकिन ये सरासर झूठ है, फरेब है, धोखा है और इसके अलावा कोई हकीकत नहीं है। अगर इस तरह का कोई मामला होता तो वो कम से कम प्रूफ तो करते। तो मैं तो चैलेंज कर रहा हूँ।
One desperate Hindu father did wage a high-profile legal battle. Harilal alleged his two teenage daughters were kidnapped in March 2019 and forcibly converted. Authorities eventually agreed to investigate after he threatened to kill himself outside a police station, and the video went viral. Lal says that while he was away from home, armed men linked to the Dargah Barchundi Sharif Seminary kidnapped his 15-year-old daughter Ravina and 14-year-old
God.
Rina.
They're just kids.
उधर हथियार थे उन लोगों के पास हमारे क्या है मेरी घरवाली इधर से चली गई उससे वो हथियार दिखाया वो तो उधर बैठ गई और क्या कर सके
The sisters were married to Muslim men who allegedly claimed the girls were 18 and 19 years old. Ravina, who now goes by the Muslim name Asya, lives with her husband Safdar Ali and his first wife.
अब हम लोगों को तकलीफ तो कुछ भी नहीं है हम लोग ऐसे रहते बहनों की तरह बस वहाँ पर आते थे ना वहाँ पर आते थे हम लोग मिले तो वहाँ पर राब्ता हुआ था फोन नंबर लिया था फिर बात करते थे फिर मैंने बोला मैं मुसलमान होना चाहती हूँ अच्छा ठीक है तुम आओ मैं आपको मुसलमान
She says there were tensions at home with her parents, and that she and her sister were drawn to the social and economic status that comes from joining the Muslim majority.
बस देखते थे वहाँ पर बहुत सारे मुसलमान बैठे हुए थे ना
Oh,
वहाँ पर
okay, so
आते
you're gonna
जाते थे
must sell your
वहाँ
soul
से
then,
खास
right?
हम लोग मुसलमान आएंगे
In a case that made headlines across Pakistan, the Islamabad High Court ruled the two sisters were not forcibly converted and permitted them to live with their spouses. The judgment was hailed as a victory for Abdul Haq, who is known as Miyamita. The 82-year-old cleric wields political influence across northern Sindh province and runs the Dargah Barchundi Sharif Seminary at the heart of the controversial conversions.
अगर सरवर कायनात हुज़ूर पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम कहते हैं कि ज़बरदस्ती नहीं करना तो हम कौन होते हैं वो लोग इसलिए कहते हैं कि वो लेते हैं कहीं से वो पैसे।
By
Provided
who?
no proof of that. Meta denies conversions are forced, but
You're getting
defended
paid to
financing legal
marry
actions
these
to
people
prevent
to
parents from
kids.
contacting their
It's
newly converted
disgusting.
children.
जो मुसलमान होता है हम उसको तहफ़्फ़ुज़ देते हैं, रोजगार का बंदोबस्त करते हैं, उसको रहाइश का बंदोबस्त करते हैं। अगर लड़का है तो उसकी शादियां कराते हैं, अगर लड़की है तो उसको भी मतलब खावंद देते हैं।
And no matter what the circumstances of a conversion, there is no going back.
नहीं सवाल है, मुसलमान हो गई ना, ताल्लुक टूट गया।
The costly court battle to get his daughters back exhausted Harilal's modest savings. He and his wife were left heartbroken.
हम कुछ नहीं कर सकते हो, बस और क्या करते हैं, मानो थी मेहनत को, रीना को बहुत याद करते हैं।
Ravina and Reena's case, however, did prompt an investigation by the Human Rights Commission of Pakistan. In a 30-page report, it made several recommendations. It called for better birth records in rural areas, making the legal age 18 for religious conversions, and taking the process out of the hands of Muslim clerics.
It should be the provincial government authorizing the conversion. That process needs to be regulated. And whenever there is a hint of coercion, when there is this hint of force, then those matters need to be criminalized.
Lal Chand Mali is a Hindu member of Pakistan's parliament. He's on a government commission that is looking into the issue of forced conversions.
I'm insisting on two things. One, defining forced conversions. Number two, law on conversions.
But clerics have blocked several earlier legislative attempts to put age limits on conversions.
लेकिन जो मुल्क इस्लाम के नाम पे आज़ाद करवाया गया, उस मुल्क के अंदर इस तरह के कानून नहीं चलेंगे, क्योंकि उन्होंने कोशिश करके देखी, उन्होंने कराए से सब लोगों ने ये नहीं सोचा कि हम अपना ईमान खराब कर रहे हैं.
Some Pakistani Hindus, however, say they have good reason to leave their faith. They convert to escape discrimination and the poverty that the vast majority of Hindus in Sindh province live in. Ajay Kumar became Muslim in exchange for a job at a fertilizer company.
अभी ऐसा कोई मुश्किल वक्त भी आ जाता है, जब मेरी पहली डिलीवरी हुई थी तो मेरे पास पैसा नहीं था.
Many Pakistani Hindus are born into a life of bonded labor. They inherit their parents' debts and are destined to work for landlords. Some Muslim clerics offer them a way out. Krishan Sharma is a Hindu member of parliament for Pakistan's ruling Tehreek-e-Insaf party. He says the Hindu caste system also leads to discrimination, leaving lower-class Hindus struggling to find employment and spouses.
लेकिन जो विदिन हिंदू कम्युनिटी में जो कास्ट सिस्टम है, इंटरकास्ट मैरिजेस नहीं होती, नतीजे में हमारे पास चॉइसेस कम हो जाती हैं अपने बच्चों के रिश्तों के लिए.
Others convert to escape bad marriages, like 35-year-old Sijal. She left her Hindu husband and 3 daughters to become Muslim, changing her name to Aliza.
मुझे पता था यहाँ से लड़कियाँ गई थी ना, मैंने नेट पे देखा, अखबारों में देखा कि बाबा मदद करेंगे, इसलिए मैं अपने बाबा के पास आ गई.
Until Pakistan regulates the process, however, religious conversions will continue to raise suspicions of coercion. Hari Lal and his wife have given up on trying to be reunited with Reena and Ravina and worry about the safety of their third daughter. Sunny Kumar believes his sister Simran is too afraid to leave her husband or testify that she was forcibly converted and married. She's now reportedly pregnant. Kumar went to court to get his sister back to the family home, but that case was dismissed. He says his sister warned him that he could be killed if he continued with his fight and that she urged him to leave Pakistan. But
No, that's
Kumar
freedom,
is
though.
staying
Yeah,
put,
that's a better life.
determined to carry on with his legal battle.
That's a good marriage right there.
हम लड़की से पूछे अगर वो इस्लाम कबूल करना चाहती है तो बेशक करे, उसमें हमें कोई फोर्स नहीं है, ठीक है, लेकिन ये शादी गैर कानूनी.
In 2020, the U.S. State Department declared Pakistan a country of particular concern for violations of religious freedoms. It was an accusation rejected by the Pakistani government. But Hindu, Sikh, and Christian minorities remain vulnerable, especially girls and young women from those communities. More families will be torn apart, say rights groups, unless they're given protection and power to take on a legal system that favors the Muslim majority and the clerics conducting the conversions.
Welcome. Let's take a look at our top story this hour. Forced conversions continue in Pakistan. In news just coming in, a Sikh girl has been forcibly converted into Islam in Pakistan's Nankana Sahib. Now, the girl has also been forced to marry a Muslim man. The girl's father is a Sikh priest. The family has filed an FIR. The girl, however, claims that she voluntarily married the man and also converted to Islam. Now, we have accessed this video. You can hear a priest marrying the girl to the Muslim man. Now, WION's Pakistan Bureau Chief Anas Malik is live with us from Islamabad. Good afternoon to you, Anas. When did this abduction and forced conversion come to light?
Well, it came to light just yesterday, and in the FIR that has been said that on the night of 27th of August, at least 8 men barged into the house and on gunpoint forcibly took the daughter away. And then later we saw the video incoming as well of allegedly of their conversion and that unconsensual marriage. But this is not the first time we're seeing such a case, particularly in an area around Nankana Sahib, though it might be the first of its kind when it comes to the Sikh community. We've seen a lot of cases among the Hindu community of forced conversion that have come to light from Sindh area of the conversions of the Hindu community girls. Now, something that is to be noted, the point that is to be noted is the fact that the video that has come forward, it is in stark contrast with the FIR that has been lodged, because in the FIR, the parents have said that the girl is aged between 16 and 17, and that is against the Pakistani laws, because for any conversion that has to take place, the person has to be 18 or above. It is a tricky case for the police to investigate. The police are saying that they are investigating into the matter, and that the statement of the accused is to be recorded under that section 164 of the Pakistan Penal Code. But the test remains for Imran Khan and his government, the protection of the minorities, including the Sikhs in Pakistan. Clearly something the Pakistani government, that whether or not she was a minor under 18 or an adult that is above 18, and for that some tests would have to be carried out as well, but that would be in due course of time. But the first and foremost important thing would be that the police will be undertaking is that the statement of the girl under section 164 of the Pakistan Penal Code, which would be taken by a magistrate. Only the magistrate and the girl would be present, and she would be asked to narrate, and then the account would be corroborated. So we're expecting that to happen soon. But as I said, this is not the first case that we've heard of forced conversion and forced marriages. It has been a norm in Pakistan. Recently in May as well, earlier this year in April, we saw the case of 2 Hindu girls as well from Sindh who were allegedly forcibly converted. We've seen that had been these cases of forced conversions have been happening in Pakistan, and it has not changed. Though there might have been a reduction in the number of these cases, but they have clearly not come to a halt, and that remains a challenge for the Imran Khan government.
That is really horrible, guys. There's no way that these girls can go back to their old life again. I can't even imagine. It is no way to live. So on to the story I mentioned earlier. So I have a friend that used to work for the American Embassy in Pakistan. One day she was traveling by cab to her workplace, and her driver was Pakistani Muslim and used to drive her daily. However, this day would be different. Like no other day. He was driving a different way, and she knew she was not going to the embassy. So she asked him, "Where are you taking me?" He did not say anything, and he just kept driving. Luckily, after some time, they reached a checkpoint where the Pakistani army was. She got out of the car and told them what happened. So finally she was safe. Imagine this happening to some tourists. This lady has trauma from that experience and will never go back to Pakistan. If anyone wants to go to Pakistan, they should reconsider making travel plans there as a tourist, because it's a very dangerous place, especially for women and non-Muslims. Okay guys, well that's it. I'll see you in the next video. Ram Ram.